Hey, everybody, give me just a second so I can share. Hope everybody is doing okay. Give me a couple seconds. I am here a couple minutes early. I knew I had to do all of this. Share, share, share. Let's see here. Mm. Hope everybody is doing okay. Okay. Let's see here. So I need to go here. So, welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism open discussion session. If you are very new to this, we do this every Sunday. And now on Thursdays, I need to share one more place. Just a second, everybody. And now also on Thursdays. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I will probably be a loner tonight because Linda went for a trip to see the snow, and I'm trying to get away from the snow. But so she probably will not be with me this evening. So, hey, Mr. Charles. Hey, Cheryl and Michael. And once again, if you are very new to this, we do this weekly. It's an open discussion. Let's talk autism, where it just about, not anything, but just about anything autism goes. I am a parent, just like most of you, with a loved one on the spectrum, or maybe you're on the spectrum yourself. If you have a question, or if you see a question that you can help answer, the idea is to chime in. If a parent answers a question, I try to go through each one as they come. And please let me say this. I may not be able to get through all questions. I know someone had an issue before about us not getting to their question. It's not just me, but parents in here, please chime in and help out when you can. So let's talk. Let me see. So I am just about sure she hasn't contacted me. So, or did she? Oh no, that's my daughter. So I hope everyone is doing okay. I had a very, very productive day today. I have gotten a lot of things done. Hey, Monique, how are you? Unity, hello, everyone. It's been a long time. Well, hello. Yeah, I understand the busy. Sylvia, hello, how are you? And in case you guys know, I have a watch party going, and Facebook oh, excuse me, doesn't like me to be great, so I can't see the comments on the laptop, but when I log on my cell phone, I'm able to see them. So bear with me. And once again, I am here by myself this evening. So if you see a question and you're able to give a suggestion or some advice, feel free to chime in. That's what it's all about. Everyone helping and supporting each other during our Let's Talk Autism sessions. And before I get started, I want to just let everybody know we have another thank you giveaway drawing fundraiser going on, which is information is pinned at the top of the support group. You will also see information about that on this timeline, the main page. And this time, the giveaway is some wall uh, prints, hangings, quilted wall hangings, handmade. And these were donated for us for our cause by Jasmine. And the name of her company is These Two Hands Inc. She has an Etsy site, and I want to give a big shout out to her. We really appreciate her. The next and our final thank you drawing, she is also donating a quilt for autism awareness quilt, but that will be after this drawing, and that will be our last one. This one, and then we'll have one more drawing for the event coming up this April. So if you want to get it in on that drawing, the information is pinned at the top of the group, the support group, or if you are on the main page, that information should be right up under this live. And remember, a minimum of $5 in donations will get you 5 entries. Okay, let's see who we have over here. Hey, Randy. Hello, Donna, Susan. I hate snow. I do too. And I live in Michigan. I want it to be sunshine all year long with no snow. Hey, Tina, Michelle. Hey, Susan. Susan says my son has just been diagnosed. He's 16. It's been hard with him growing up with no help. Oh. Do you have any support group, physical support groups that you know of in your area? I know some of the bigger organizations, um, if you call them and ask about family support groups, they can get you in touch with some. Maybe you should try that in your area. Megan, hello. Autism is a superpower. My daughter is 5 and on the spectrum. Well, all right. Randy, I have lots of questions. Do you? Well, ask away. Maybe someone can help you with your questions. Megan, I hope you're doing okay this evening. And Raymond, hello. Does anyone have tips with kids who don't poop to what others consider? Does anyone have tips with kids who don't poop to what others consider normal? I'm not quite sure I get that. Who don't poop? Or are you asking, he doesn't have a normal poop, or your child doesn't have a normal poop? Is that what you're saying? I hope I'm getting that right. Hey, Lori, how are you? Great, Monique. Now, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. If you can, take a picture of it for me. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. And Monique was our first giveaway winner. She won a Visa gift card. Um, Hey, Ellen. DeAndre. DeAndre. I may be interrupted a couple times because my older daughter hasn't gotten in yet, and DeAndre is on a little mission. What was I saying? Sorry I missed most Sunday talks. I have been working. That's okay. You know that they are always available for you to watch because uh, del- we never delete anything. So they are here, and I do understand. Hi, Tamara, Mr. Charles. Snow is cool if I can just look at it, but to go out in it, not so much. I like visiting the snow, but not right, Cheryl. Exactly. I'm stressed and frustrated. Oh, what's wrong, Lori? Justice poop is okay. This is an answer to the poop question. Justice poop is not normal, but I was told to give him more fiber. Okay, so he doesn't have a regular poop cycle. I'm sorry, you guys. Please forgive me. Mr. Charles says when I was a boy, one pediatrician recommended that my parents give me an enema when I was constipated. Another pediatrician recommended milk of magnesia. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that milk of magnesia. Mm. Hey, Kelly, Charmaine, Lorena. Hey, Mark. Continuum Behavioral Health provides online social skill groups for those on the spectrum. No advertising. This is our Let's Talk Autism session. So we're going to remove that. Thank you. Make sure you read our group rules. Susan, I'm going to help now. Thanks of the ASD team, and thanks, I will. Randy, my son won't let people know when he poops, and after he will pull it out and hands you his poop. You know, Randy, my son still has that problem where he sometimes it's in his hand and he'll throw it in the toilet. So we still have issues. Sometimes he will go. We are still working on it, but he is very regular, very. So we still have the potty training issues, but we're getting there. And I don't really know what the problem is. He goes in and he'll close the door in his bedroom. And sometimes he'll go sit on the toilet. But yeah, I know what you mean with that. You just have to keep working with him. We're doing the ABA therapy, and she's gotten him as far as he's gotten now, where he's doing a little better than what he was because he used to have it all over the place. Sheila, hey, hello, very new here. Well, welcome. I recently get custody of my brother-in-law who's 40, autistic and intellectually disabled, was in group home and being physically abused. This is all new, daily challenge with very childlike toddler behaviors. Oh, I'm sorry about the abuse. It's a shame that we can't, trust too many people or places with our loved ones. Um, Randy, from my experience, and maybe another parent can chime in because I still have that sort of issue with my son, is to keep working with him with the toilet. And don't stop. And if he's in therapy, make sure that's part of the therapy plan for the behavioral therapist to work with them um, for the bathroom issues. But who knows what goes on in their heads when they do that. I know my son doesn't like to be around anybody when he does it. He doesn't go in school, but when he comes home and he has to go again, sometimes he'll go and sit on the toilet. We've gotten that far. He will, number one, perfect, but number two, it's a hit or miss. And then other times he'll go in his room, close the door, and then he'll go dump it in the toilet. But just keep working with him. Oh, his poop is soft. Okay. Okay. Justice is not constipated. His poop is soft. Okay. Miss Nita, it's okay here. Of all places, we understand. Yes. Hey, Victoria. How are you? Oh, that's okay, Mark. Hi, Tanya. Kelly, I just want to say that you guys are awesome. Oh, thank you. All the advice I have gotten has been great. It is so nice to ask for advice from those who truly understand. I am taking her this week to her first dentist appointment. Okay, please say prayers that all will be well. And they shall be, Kelly. They shall be. So let's all make sure we say a prayer for Kelly and her baby. Hey, Becky. Sheila, I do have a behavior specialist to help, but she seems to use more things for children than adults. Yeah, and that's one of our problems now, and I've heard this from a lot of people. As far as the adults, there's always programs for the younger children, but when they get to adults, then there's not really a set type of program, behavioral program for them, because everything is geared towards the younger. So yeah, hopefully one day that will change. But I've heard that before too. Becky said just got on. I can't get him to do two at all. He was in pull-ups, but more in underwear. Okay. Yeah, my son, I had to actually get rid of the pull-ups because he was using that as his crutch. He was dependent on them. So, and if you had them, he would get them. And so I just had to tell my parents, his dad, and myself, no more pull-ups. They have to go. But so now he has a thing about boxers. He won't wear the briefs, but he has to have his boxers on. I also have a 16-year-old. He's got a IEP, but they refuse to help him. If he has an IEP, why are they refusing? An IEP is a legal document, and so they can't refuse to help him if it's on paper. I would get an advocate or find one in your area if that's the case, that specializes in going into the school. And usually, again, if you contact one of the organizations, you can probably get referred. One of the bigger organizations, they probably can refer you to one. But if he has an IEP, they are definitely supposed to be following that. So I would definitely speak up myself. Also, as a parent, you're his first advocate. So if they're not doing anything that they are supposed to be doing on that IEP, then I would definitely make noise. So I'm switching between the watch party and the actual live. So if you see me looking down, that's because I'm looking at the what's going on over here. Lori, I am having issues with my son's school. They aren't listening to me and not telling me things. I don't know what to do, so I had to go over their heads and straight to someone to help me. That's right. If they won't talk to you, it's always good to go over heads. You go to the next and to the next until you get answers. And if you're in Canada, I don't know how you guys board meetings are, but if you can make a board meeting and make some noise about your child, do that. Um, I know they're held once a month, monthly here, and just keep making noise. I'm sorry to hear that. I really think something is making. So he just doesn't like school. Are you coming in, Linda? Or are you still enjoying the snow? Let's see. Randy says, I have had my son after his mother left after a month and a half ago. I'm thinking he is having separation issues every time. I am not in his sight. He cries and falls. Yeah, that could be an issue too. Yeah, especially if he's missing mom and you're, that one person um, he's relying on right now. That can definitely be an issue. And Monique says, I'm having issues with Justice School too. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a pop tomorrow. Pop. Oh yeah, yeah. Those are the best. Get them on their toes, Monique. Get them on their toes. I was told by this is Becky. I was told by the principal that I was not to push the subject. Kids, wow. No, Becky, where are you at? Kids can get kicked out for a lot of reasons. What state are you in, Becky? If he has that legal document and they are supposed to provide his education and follow that document, they can't just kick your kid out of the school because you are pushing something. Never be afraid to speak up. I will love it. Oh, you are too, Lori. Yeah. Um, check into the board meetings, Lori. I would definitely make some noise. But Becky, what state are you in? Texas? Wow. Yeah. Um, I would look up um the laws. I can't. You know what? I can't think. What is the? Anyone help me out here? For the special education IEP laws. It's the name that I'm thinking of, and I can't think of it right now. But you have a legal document in your hand. And when you went to the meeting, Becky, you guys spoke about what your child needs. So after the meeting, all of you signed off on it. Were you accepting or satisfied with your IEP meeting? One thing all of us should know, if you are not happy with how your IEP meeting goes, you do not have to sign off on it. You can always request another meeting at another time. You can always request to take the document home and read it over. You do not have to be forced to sign it right then and there. You can take it home, read over it after, but please, you guys, make sure you go to each and every one of the IEP meetings. And if you are not comfortable with what they are telling you, then get a redo. Um, Talk to someone else who can help you. And I know in my city we have workshops, IEP workshops for the parents, and this is given by the school system, and they go over everything, your rights, and all that information, and these are free. So make sure you check with your public school system, and if you have a workshop for IEPs, attend them. Here they're free. I'm sure they would be free any other public school system, but check around and get that information. Um, don't just settle, and don't let them tell you anything, especially if you are not satisfied. Yes, like Monique just said, Becky, you need an advocate. Definitely need an advocate. Hi, Ashley. I have IEP meetings once every three. Okay. Yes, I have his annual IEP is once a year, and then you have those in between to see if everything is going as planned. And even then, when you have those in between meetings, you can either request a meeting, and they have to give it to you. And if you're not satisfied, you do not have to sign off on that form. I got a person who is going to help me with this. Great. She works with parents with children. That's wonderful. Definitely. Definitely. My daughter's is next week. My son. Oh, you have two, Ellen. Okay. Susan said my son's school failed him. He didn't go to school for the last 3 years, so never got no education. Wow. They get him in college, but won't even go there. So they trying to get him to do something else. Wow. Tell, this is from Gloria Becky. Tell Becky she should look into special education lawyer. Wow, just wow. Check your state laws on audio recording. Our state, only one person has to consent to being recorded. That one person can be yourself. So I tell them I'm recording, even though in my state I don't have to tell them. That's interesting. Thank you, Gloria, because I never thought of doing a recording. If our principal is actually making threats like that, she needs help. Definitely. I agree. I agree. And Becky, that was from Gloria. That's some good advice. Great advice. Okay, and Becky says, yes, they said he would have a separate teacher in his room for English, and tests would be read to him. He's got a 47 in there. He recorded class one day to show me. Okay, so he's not in a room. He's in mainstream. Is his IEP for mainstream classroom? Hey, Ashley, I'm good. How are you today? And Unity says, I have trouble with my granddaughter's school as well. My granddaughter is 5 and will be 6, but mentally 2 years behind her age. They want to put her in kindergarten, but she isn't ready for all that. She doesn't even know her numbers or letters. She will trace her name, but that is it. Is there anything I can ask for, or what can I do to help her in special education? My IEP is in March, and I feel she's not meeting her goals. Um, as a parent, it's your choice. And if she's in a early learning class or environment, and if you want to keep her there, you let them know. I know here we had like a Head Start program. Um, so maybe you can request that, but if you don't think she's ready, see if they can make out a plan, another plan for her during the IEP. Maybe she can get some type of home therapy until she's ready to enter kindergarten, or check out the early learning if you don't want um, her to go into kindergarten. One second. Okay. Linda may be in a minute. Oh, twins. Yes. Okay. Don't sign the form because I don't. Right. Definitely don't sign anything you don't agree with. A 24-hour notice. You need to give them 24-hour notice as far as the IEP, Ellen. Yeah, that's a good idea. I never thought about recording meetings, but possibly at my next one, maybe I'll do that also. But that's a good idea. You definitely want the records, but I'll have to look that up. You are right, Ellen. I don't have any support here in Canada. I wish all of you were out here because I really need support here. Oh, Lori, I wish we could get out there to you too. I really do. And Canada is right across the bridge from us. But you have us. You have us right here. So anytime, anything we can help you with, of course. Oh, okay, to record it. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Thank you. Uh, Gloria, Becky says, thank you. Will do. Susan says, I've been to court. It's been hard, but I'm never giving up. I'll keep positive. He will get some sort of education. Yes, he will. Just think positive, and hopefully maybe someone in the group can help you with that. Um, Ask the questions. Maybe someone knows a little more information that can steer you in the right direction. Becky, yes, okay, Becky says he is, they put him in mainstream because he's very high pace. I mean, he's doing college math and history. Okay. All right. But still, that IEP stands for something. Yeah, if he has an IEP, they really need to follow it. Randy wants to know what's everyone's point of view on discipline. I don't whip my son, is what Randy says. Well, Randy, that here in this group, we're going to try to not talk about discipline because everyone has differences, and from experience in the group, we know that it can cause issues. So some do and some don't, and we respect as long as you're not um, beating or you know. So we'll leave that question alone. Thank you for understanding. I just know from experience that can get out of hand because we have some very strongly opinionated people, and that's all right. It's okay. Unity says, okay, thank you. She is in ABA classes and she's in preschool, and they're trying to put her in general kindergarten. And what I heard, they need to know sight words, and she doesn't even know that. I was thinking about keeping her back. Now, also with kindergarten, um, if they are putting her in kindergarten, it must state, and you know that she needs that extra attention. And you have that IEP coming up. That can be placed on her IEP. That she needs maybe one on one instead of just, being in the general classroom. That's just another option. Um, and where she'll have someone sit with her and help her one on one with her work. Now, one on ones are kind of hard to get, I know, here, and you would really have to push for it and have a reason for it. But if you have a good reason, and if you have someone working with you, that can be also an option for you. My son just loves La Bonita and Linda. Oh, we love him too, Lori, and you as well. Okay, my twins will be 20 in April and stay in school until. Okay, yeah, my son will be going into a special high school next year. Oh my God. And I think they give him until 24, and then that's it. Then school is over. But yeah, yeah. What your were they able to walk at 18, Ellen? I mean, get walk the stage. You can have ABA join the meeting. Yeah, that is true, Cheryl. On the kids side, it always helps. Yes, anytime you can get someone to go to your meetings with you, especially ABA, they will help. They help a lot. Mr. Charles says I didn't get to college math until I got to high school. Oh, those numbers, the numbers, man. I want to ask you something, but I will message you. Okay, Lori, that's fine. My twins also have one-on-one pair educators. Okay. Now, was it hard for you to get the one-on-one, Ellen, or relatively easy for you? I know it's kind of hard here because of funding, but my son is in a good classroom. They have two pairs, and it's only like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, like 6 boys in his classroom. Mr. Charles asks Ellen, are they identical? My late second wife was an identical twin. Yes, they walked but got certificates of completion. Okay. Okay. Becky says to Unity, what I did, my son, when he was a lot younger, we got a laptop with a device called Dragon, and it helped him with sight words. Also got him an occupable occupa- oh, occupation therapy, OT. Okay, I'll just say OT. Okay, that can be helpful. What is ABA? Applied Behavioral Analysis. It's a behavioral therapy. It also goes along with your, can go side by side with your OT and your speech. Justice has a 101. They have got him a long way, but the one he has now is horrendous. And vindictive. So he gets a new one tomorrow. Okay. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. But overall, they are good. Well, that's good. At least he's getting the attention he needs. And Unity says, thank you so much for your help. You're welcome. And for Becky, too. Oh, that's okay, Becky. I'm a bad speller myself, so that is okay. Ellen says, when I got the para-educators, I thankfully had an attorney. Okay. When they got in the adult transition programs, the new school districts kept it in place. They were fraternal, one boy and one girl. Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. It kept it in place. That's wonderful. It was when the kids were very young. Okay. Well, that's awesome if you have them in place like that. So, well, today while I'm waiting for something else to pop up, my son, if you see any of my posts of my son, we got him a karaoke machine for Christmas. So he's been going ballistic over Eye of the Tiger every day, every day. It's a daily thing, and he has to have his announcement. I can't do it as good as his dad, but he wants someone to announce him so he can do his pretend boxing match. So this has been an everyday thing. It's just so funny. I have to share it. It's fun. It's hilarious, but it makes me like, oh no, not again. Okay, Ellen, you did a lot. Okay, a lot of fighting for it. Okay, yeah, I know it's hard to get one-on-one here. You have to put up a fight for it. How's everyone else's, um, as far as the education? How is your education going for for your loved one? Oh, okay, so that's right. Okay. Let me see. 1 second. We're gonna see if we can get Linda in here. I'm just seeing message pop up again. Let's see. How's the education system overall? Okay, I just sent it in the messenger, Linda. And Unity says at least he has something. Yeah, he loves it a little bit too much. Oh my goodness. It can just drive me crazy. Oh my God. Hi, Maria. How are you? Maria says, how did you feel about your son going to school? As for me, I'm having this problem that my son, nonverbal, and a fear of him fear, fear of him going to school. I want to homeschool? Well, for me, it works. Schooling works, and so far we've had a couple of hiccups, but other than that, he's been doing well along with his therapy at home. I know a lot of parents do homeschool, and it's worked out well for them. So, if that's an option for you, I would say do it. We do have a homeschool group also, where I don't know if Victoria is still in the chat, but she's the admin. And if you need help or questions about homeschooling, feel free to join that group. It's called Autism and Us Homeschool Support. Um, or if you see Victoria posting in the group, she's always helpful. So you can post your questions about homeschooling. I know, some parents, regular school works out, and other parents would prefer to homeschool. But for me, regular school work. Then, with my work schedule, I wish I could homeschool or could have started, but that wasn't an option for me. And Monique says Justice is doing well. I Justice is doing well. I like what's in place in his IEP for his educational needs. I love when he started school. He started at 3. Yep, Monique, DeAndre started at that time too. Hey, Stacy, good night all. Patience is key. I teach my son at home. Though he goes to school, I don't see any real growth, which frustrates me. Okay, yep. And that's what I have in place too. He has the schooling, and plus we have the home therapy. And then it always helps when we do other little things too. He has progress pretty good, but yeah, I can understand the frustration when he's not, especially when they're not getting what they are supposed to be getting in the school system. Okay, nonverbal because he can't tell me anything. Okay, you want to homeschool because he's not. Yeah, my son was nonverbal for a while. Well, he's still considered nonverbal, but he's starting to say words. But I have to say, for me, school worked. And there she is, Miss Snowcap.
Hey, hey, is this too loud?
No, it's
Okay.
just I put on my. Now I can hear you.
Okay. It's not too loud though.
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay. Whoops. Got sunny right now. It's the sun is setting, so it just got extremely sunny. Okay. Now I have a watch party open too, so I'll be on that side.
Okay, he has been
Okay.
going there for a year. Okay. Stacy, does he have an IEP? If is like we were talking about, is it something you're not satisfied with? What steps have you taken so far? As far as the school system, I know you're doing what you're doing at home, but as far as the school system, what steps are you taking to help? So how was your trip, Linda?
Oh, it was fun. It got extremely cold. Emily was surprised. Uh, no, it got extremely cold once we got wet. Uh, we went a lot further than we thought. We went. Did we cross state line? I don't know if we crossed into Nevada, but we got pretty close. Because we went all the way
Wow.
into, yeah. So we thought we were just going maybe 90 minutes. We
Hmm.
went almost. By the time I mapped us back, we were 3 hours and 5 minutes away. So we had to pass. We passed back into agriculture inspection, which means we were clear almost past state line back into Nevada. So yeah, we went farther than we
Wow.
thought because the snow was that high. Yeah, it was
Ah,
fun though. She was surprised. She liked it.
wow. Talking about the give me some of that sunshine.
Right?
You going to the snow? I'm trying to run from it.
Hey, I was scared that she started to catch on about the snow. I said we
Uh,
might be all the way at Nita's house looking for some snow for Emily. We might have to go that far looking for it.
yeah. Let me see.
Denise asks, can you direct me into the right direction about a day program for my daughter? She is 18, and I wanted to see if there was some good day programs. Where are you at, Denise? Where do you live? And hello, everybody. Hi, Denise and Beatrice, Jennifer, and Christina, and everybody over. I can't see the main live and Nita's watch party.
Mr. Charles says hello.
Hi,
Unity
Charles.
says hello.
Hi, Unity.
Hi.
I did see you over there.
Oh, okay.
And Victoria and
Hey,
everybody.
Mickey. Nice to meet you too. He's over from YouTube.
Oh, hey.
My son knows how to speak, but does not like to. Oh wow. My son, ever since he started, it's been consistently over and over again. He's starting that repeating stuff over and over again.
Oh, is he doing that?
Anytime
Yeah,
he wants something, he wants to make sure you
hmm,
know. And he
yeah.
does this tap. He'll tap you on the shoulder like and keep saying like yesterday I was telling you about the Taco Bell.
Hmm. Yep.
So he gets up on me, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell. I'm like, oh goodness.
No matter how many times you say, you even repeat it to them. Yes, yes. It's
Yes,
like
I
Emily keeps saying,
know. Taco Bell.
Emily, what do you want? Emily, what do you want? Emily, what do you want? Cece's pizza? Yes. What do you want? You want Cece's pizza? Yes. Yep. Cece's pizza. That's what she's been saying since we left. Yeah, she wants Cece's pizza. Yeah. See, she said it again. Cece's pizza. She'll say it until we get it.
Uh-huh.
I thought she was gonna say it again. I was waiting for her whisper it again. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was saying yesterday. I said, yeah, they'll just in case we forgot.
Maria wants to some ideas for potty training. Her baby boy is 5.
5. I have
Mm.
an article on that. It's on my laptop at home. It was oh, there was a lot of tips on there. I have an article on that I was going to bring to Let's Talk Autism. I'll do it midweek. There was lots of tips on there. Lots of tips. It depended on the age. There were lots of reasons why children with autism, or even people, as far as like older on the spectrum, why there's issues with potty training and autism. Uh, and it has to do with, so the same reason that our kids have let me see, not high sensitivity, the opposite. What is that? Uh, Desensitization, or what is that when they have lack of what is that when they have high pain tolerance? When they have high pain tolerance, it's the same kind of issue with that. So the same thing that causes them to have high pain tolerance is the same type of issues that cause it can affect potty training as well. It can also the same issues that might affect overeating or undereating, because the sense of not feeling hunger or not feeling fullness affects it as well. But it was a huge article on it, but
I
it had
need that.
lots of tips on potty training, lots of tips on potty training.
I
So
need
I
that
did a lot.
for that number too. So
Yeah,
make sure
exactly.
you
Yes.
send that through.
Yeah, well, because you think about it, all of it has to do with sensation and knowing, like, when your bladder is full or when your bowel has the sensation to go. So it had lots of different things. What I did was I took lots of our main topics, our main questions, and studied up on it. Had really good articles and tips on how to address the issues with autism and those topics. So
Oh,
because they're our most prevalent questions.
hmm. Yeah, we get that question every week, don't we?
We do. We
Every,
do. We do.
So yeah, check back with Linda Maria. Maybe she can send you the article to help or give mention to it
Definitely. Yeah.
because I need it too.
Another one that I'm
I
gonna.
don't. I don't
Yes.
think
Yeah.
he knows when he has to go with the number two, but
Uh-huh.
it's like he has to go hide somewhere besides the bathroom.
Yeah, because that one his might be a little different because he's right there bordering on knowing he's almost there going. His is just like there were tips. His is just tips like his isn't so much like okay from the beginning. His is just like you probably have like one or two tips on there like the token boards and things like that where you almost fine tune it or tweak it a little bit and he's done. He's gonna be ready to go. But as far as like some of the other ones might be from square one, or the whole article might be really beneficial for, a lot of the information where somebody, the article is going to be able to go across a lot, where everybody's going to be able to pick and pull from it.
Okay, we'll get that information
Hmm.
out to you, and Monique, I'll remind Linda to send that to you also. Ellen, he will
Yeah.
verbally stem at times. My daughter does it nonstop. Okay. Yeah. Uh-oh, Linda froze. Yeah, my son is starting to do the repetitive thing. Linda, you coming in and out. Oh, she froze. Mr. Charles says, my daughter calls that place Taco Hell. Yeah, I guess it can be sometimes. Unity says, my granddaughter talks to and repeats all the time. And when she is asking me for something and I can't understand, she will repeat it over and over. Then she will get so frustrated with me. That's my son too. He's starting to do that. And sometimes I just can't understand him and I have to, what are you saying? And he repeats it over and over and over again. Same here. Thank you. Potty training definitely helped. Yes, so we'll make sure we get that the articles
It
out
just came
to
back.
everybody. You froze up.
Yeah, it came back.
Okay.
We got into a little.
And Maria says, thanks so much, and I'll check that out. Okay. Mm, okay. You have anything over there?
Yeah, that's what I'm reading through. I went all the way
Okay.
back up now. Uh, Hi, group. Any suggestions for giving your kiddo medicine? Huge oral sensory issues. It's a battle to get anything in her mouth. Uh,
Oh,
I
favorite
guess
drinks,
it would
maybe?
depend on what again.
In and
Oh,
out.
there. Is it back? Oh, is it back now?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I couldn't tell what. Okay. So I would think it depends on how old she is and what because with Emily, if she needed medication, we kind of just struggled with it to get the oral medication in, like liquid, uh, to get the liquid in. So she really did not like the liquid. So we kind of then we switched to melts, and that kind of still was difficult. So like Nita said, maybe sneaking in her favorite drinks. Maybe Nita has some
Pudding.
tactics too, puddings, applesauce, things like that. A tablet into the applesauces and things like that. Some people do the tablets or the melts into liquid or into juice. Um, Crushing the pill up is another thing. What we got Emily to do is we kind of let her decide if you can try to swallow up the pill, you don't have to taste the liquid, and that's what she chose to do because she didn't even like the tablets crushed up into liquid, or she didn't eat any sauces or any textured things like that. So she opted to learn how to swallow a pill. So I guess there's different options: crushing a pill up into juice, sauce, yogurts, ice creams, things like that. Della goes ahead and she puts it into his soda.
Oh yeah. Excuse me 1 second. I'm taking care of something in the group.
And then let's see. Jennifer says, I work in preschool autism class and a mother of 11-year-old ASD boy who has potty trained many kids, nonverbal and verbal rewards. Even just having them sit is a start. If they like reading a book or videos, let them. So as long as they are sitting and not crying. Being consistent is keep having visuals is key. Make toileting fun for the both of you. Exactly. That's what I was reading about too, making sure it's a positive experience, never a negative experience. Always keep it positive.
Yes,
And
definitely.
yes. Whoa. Oh, whoa, the sun, you can see anything. Yeah.
Okay, Maria says, what do you guys think about the oils? No offense. We're not talking about CBD, are we? We're trying to avoid that subject right now because we get too many people promoting. We'll, I'm sorry. We'll probably open that up for discussion later on, but not right now. We want to kind of calm it down because too many people go after it. So I hope you understand, Maria. And no offense taken. It's just that we want to kind of calm that down right now.
Okay, where?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Thank you. Glad you understand. Mhm. Okay. You still there, Linda? Oh, there you go. You keep blackening out.
I did.
Can you hear me? Linda. Oh, we lost her again. Okay, let me see here. Okay, everybody. Trying to see if there is anything else that I missed. We're gonna try to get on, or we probably will be on this Thursday for another Let's Talk Autism session. We're gonna try to do them. We lost Linda, but we're gonna try to keep it up Thursdays and Sundays. We'll probably We want to start doing it over on the YouTube side, but it all depends. So if we're not on Thursdays, Sundays, it will always be here. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. Nick, what's wrong? You're saying, shh, what's wrong? I want to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. You all are all appreciated. Appreciate you all, and don't forget we have the fundraiser thank you giveaway post has gone up, and we have just one more after this one. Then we'll be done for that with that for our event coming up. This time the giveaway are handmade wall hanging prints, a set of 7, and these were created by hand from a beautiful young lady named Jasmine. She has her own company called These Two Hands Inc. She has an Etsy shop, and she actually donated these items just for our cause. So we want to give a big thank you to us. After this one, she is working on a quilt or a throw, maybe the quilt. She's working on an autism awareness quilt for us to give away in our next drawing. This drawing is the quilted 7-piece quilted wall hangings. The pictures are under the post for the fundraiser thank you giveaway information, which is pinned right at the top of the support group. We want to give her a special thank you once again to Jasmine from These Two Hands Inc. Beautiful, beautiful. Good night, Monique. This was the first time. It sure is since your surgery. And I hope you're feeling much, much better. Don't forget that picture for me, please. And let's see who else is here. That's okay, Linda. We're getting ready to sign off. I appreciate you all. Once again, we look forward to seeing you at next week's Let's Talk Autism session. See you Thursday and or Sunday, next Sunday. You guys hear my son up, and he's upstairs. Thank you all for tuning in. That's my granddaughter now. Oh my goodness. I will keep you updated on my granddaughter's IEP and hope you all have a good evening. Okay, great, Unity. Yes, please do that. See you soon. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Good night, Ellen. Thank you so much. And good night, Maria. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Mr. Charles, as always, thank you. Thank you. And we'll see you guys later. And Linda, touch bases with me whenever you get home this evening. See you guys later.